What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Sorry. Y'all know something always happens as soon as I'm about to hit the button. My sister called me with my nephew on the line as soon as I was getting ready to hit the button. So my bad, y'all. My bad. So what's up, everybody? Okay, we have Quintessential, Mr. Zudi. Hey, boo. Hey, Ty. My girl Ebs. Hey, Ebs. Tell Scooter Boo I said what's up. Hey, little baby. Hey, Young Rich, how you doing, boo? Hey, Shawnette, I hope you didn't run out and get crab. Nah, I didn't get. You know what? I haven't had any crabs in a minute. I haven't had crabs since last weekend. Not the weekend I just passed, but the weekend before that. What's up, Cookie? Hey, Lady Libra, did you have time to go to the store, girl? You had time to run to the store? Hey, Jonathan, I was wondering where you were. Hey, Demetrius, how you doing, babes? Hey, Brandon. Child, my air gone. What you mean is it showing his ass? It ain't showing nothing because it ain't on. I got I buckled and got a window unit. So I have a window unit in the living room, and then I have a window unit in the basement where Pat is staying. And at night, it's usually cool enough at night where it's hot upstairs at night, but it's not unbearable. So I've been able to sleep. My dad does have a unit for me. I just got to get it from my parents' house here if I really need to put one upstairs. I've been really trying to wait. My cousin said that my unit needs a part, and because my unit is so old, they've been having a hard time trying to find the parts. So I don't know, y'all. It's not looking good for the sister. It's been almost 2 weeks since they've been looking for this part. So it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. So I said I'm gonna give it till next week. Before I'll go get. Hey, Cola, I'm wait till next week to go get this other unit from my parents' house because I'm gonna have to pay somebody to bring it and set it up for me, and that ain't in my budget right now because y'all know that first of the month check is gone. You know, by the time you pay your mortgage and you pay this and you pay that and you pay that and you pay that, and before you know it, you done nickel and dime yourself down to, all right, I got enough to give me the payday. You know what I'm saying? So extra, however much money I would have to spend. And it wouldn't be a lot, but it's just like, okay, I can wait I've been without upstairs, so I can wait till next weekend when I get paid. I'll probably get my sister's boyfriend to bring it over here for me. Him and his sons. I want to put a little change in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what's going on with the air conditioner situation, child. That's what's going on with that. Hey, One True. Hey, what's up, Designs by V? Did I see the homophobic tweets that are servicing from Candace? Yeah, but are we surprised that Candace said ignorant shit? Like, all right, let's go ahead and get started with them then. Let's just go and get started with Monique Samuels, Candace, and all of that. Hey, Christie's. We're going to get to R. Kelly, Young Rich. Excuse me. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, the air. It's getting a little warm in here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, that was something. Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you. Yes, pray for. Well, I don't even. You know what? I don't want pray. I don't listen. Don't pray for fall to get hit too fast on my account because remember my whole system is out. It's not just my when I did what I did, whatever I did, and I messed it up. Remember I told you I made it worse. At first, it was just my air conditioner that wasn't working. Then I called myself fixing it, and I made it worse. Now my whole unit is out, which means I don't have air or heat. So I don't want to rush fall getting here because I don't want to rush the cold weather because if I do have to buy a new unit, I need to buy me a couple of months because I really don't want to take the money out of my savings. I just don't. I really would rather just wait, give me a couple of paychecks, and I can put the money aside. Because, once you start taking money out your savings, once you start pulling out your savings, you never replace that money. Not the same way. Like, I just always feel like every time I pull money out of my savings, I just get behind. So I don't like pulling money out of my savings. Anyway, that's another story. Let's get to this. Hey Jazz, hey babes. Oh, you did? Okay, Crispy. We're doing a live show tomorrow. The teacher project will be live tomorrow, so I'll check it before we go live and see what they're talking about. So, somebody sent me something today. I think it was Ebby, where some school district was forced. I'm bringing it tomorrow. Some school district was forced to go virtual because 400 teachers opted out and said they weren't coming. Like if the school went face to face, they weren't coming to work, so they had to go virtual. That's what the teachers need to do in these other places. This one lady, all right, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna be done. Y'all know I've been on TikTok and I fell into the teacher side of TikTok, honey. I've found all my people. I've found the teachers, and this one lady was on there talking about how in her district, teachers have the students have an option of coming virtual or being in class. And as a teacher, she has to do her lesson plans for her in-school kids, and then she has to do videos for her kids who are not coming. And every day, more and more kids opt out. So she has less kids in the building with her and more kids that are doing it online. And so she has to make more and more, videos or whatever. And then she was saying how they just had that she has to sanitize her classroom every night because the CDC comes in to check, or whatever their county, maybe not the CDC, but whatever their county regulators do. Every time they have a new case, the county has to come in and check the school and do all this to make sure that they're following whatever guidelines within the classrooms. And so she was saying that they've gotten something like, I don't want to exaggerate, but it's a ridiculous amount of cases since school started. And she was saying how they had just had a new case that day, and so the people were coming in her classroom that day. And I was like, what? And she was just talking about how exhausted she was, and the woman looked like she was on the verge of tears. And I was like, why the hell are you still coming to work? You gotta have leave. Like, I ain't no way in hell. You want me to teach all day and then spend all night making videos for the kids who don't come, and I gotta sanitize, and we still having new cases every day. I wish I would. No, ma'am, Pam. No, ma'am. I wish I would. Do I know Kimberly Fox? I don't know what Kim Fox. I do watch Big Brother. Okay, so let's talk about this. So let me preface it by saying I do not know the ladies of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Il Teddy was like, I do not know those women. I am 2 degrees. I'm 1 degree of separation from 2 of the ladies. Like, I am friends with people that they're friends with. And I am friends with people who have been on the show. But I am not friends with anybody on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Let me be clear. If I pressed the issue, could I? Maybe. Probably. I told you guys before that a friend of mine, the guy that got me into doing, the one that got me doing radio, he's friends with Ashley and he's been on the show. And then I know somebody that's really good friends with Monique, like really, really good friends with Monique. And she's been on the show. So I do not know these women. So let's not start that rumor. Okay. Now, with that being said, last night, Monique did a live on her Instagram with her husband to address the rumors that came out in this week's episode that supposedly she was dating her trainer, and the rumor was that baby Chase is not her child, or Chris's child. It's her child, not Chris's child. So with that being said, according to Monique, what happened was that after Andy's baby shower, y'all remember last year when Andy had his baby shower, a lot of housewives were at the baby shower. Monique was not at the baby shower. I don't know if she was too far along in her pregnancy or just opted not to go or wasn't invited. I don't know. I don't know the story, but she wasn't there. But there were other ladies there from Potomac, and supposedly after the baby shower, they all went out to eat. And while they were at dinner, this plan was concocted. And the plan basically was that they were going to come up with a story to sort of smear Monique. They were going to come up with some to smear Monique. And according to what Monique was saying, was that Giselle made the suggestion about spreading the rumor that Chase wasn't Chris's child. According to Monique, y'all can go back and look at her live. I'm not sure how long her live is up, but because it's Instagram, but I'm sure it's been screenshotted. I'm sure it's on YouTube by now. According to Monique, no one except for Karen. She said Karen did call her and was like, "Girl, did Candace call you and tell you how this whole thing went down?" And Monique was like, "Nah, I don't really talk to Candace like that. When we're not filming, me and Candace don't really talk unless I call her. So what are you talking about?" And Karen was like, "Oh, well, this is what they were talking about last night at dinner. Da 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 da. Boom, boom, boom." Now, according to Monique, what happened was that other people started talking. Nobody, for the exception of Karen, nobody called Monique, but they were talking around Monique. They were talking to other people. Remember, they live in a small area where everybody knows everybody. Like, it's 6 degrees of separation, if that. And people who were like friends with Monique in real life, friends, like not on the show friends, but people who were friends in real life with Monique were calling her and telling her, "Girl, do you know what them women are trying to do to you?" And they were telling her about what was going on. Also, she was saying that Sharice was emailing production, telling production that she had all of this dirt on Monique and that she could bring it to the show and that could be a part of her storyline if they would bring her back to the show. Da 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 da. That's what Monique was talking about when she said that Sharice was attempting to spread lies about her and her family. Now, according to Monique, she has receipts. According to Monique, she has copies of emails with Sharice saying these things, where Sharice emailed her email production, and where Sharice reached out to people who are her friends in real life. You know, people who told her, "Look, this is what's going on." Now, Monique's thing was, "Listen, I know I do some," she said, "Listen, I don't mind the light shade. Like, that's what we do. That's what we get paid for. I don't mind throwing jabs. I don't mind the jabs coming back at me. But what I do mind is when you are doing things that could potentially hurt my family." You know, and that was the reason why I was so irritated with Ashley with that whole Monique driving drunk storyline, because that's something that woman could have ended up in jail over that situation. But to insinuate that a woman's child doesn't belong to her husband, and like Chris was pissed. Like, you could see it was all on his face. Chris was pissed. And he was like, "Listen, he said, listen, I know Monique can give as good as she get." He didn't give his wife no passes, okay? He was like, "Monique can be shady too. Monique throws her little jabs and stuff too." He was like, "I don't get in their business. That's women's business. That's the show. I play my position as the husband. I do what I do. That's her thing. I don't trip off of that." He was like, "But when it comes down to my family, that's where I draw the line, and that's where we're not going to play those games. You're not going to sit here and act like." And Monique even said something to the effect of, Candace said at the dinner that ain't even going to work because that baby looked just like Chris. So like, there was a whole conversation at the dinner table about what they were going to do to Monique. Now, ooh, I'm sorry, I'm reading this comment. But wasn't Sharice the one running around town with another man while she was still legally married? Well, I mean, her husband was running around town with other women while he was still legally married, so I ain't even gonna begrudge her that one, because hell, Eddie was child. Eddie had, listen. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to get this light together. Yeah, I mean, as far as that's concerned, I ain't even gonna be mad at Sharice about that, because hell, Eddie ain't wanna. Eddie moved to a whole other state and didn't even call her. Like, he ain't wanna. I ain't even mad at her for finding another man. Was the fireman, supposedly she was dating the fireman? Child. So, but yeah, so now we see how Giselle was trying to get Monique kicked off the show. I don't believe that Candace participated in the rumors. Candace actually defended Monique during this dinner. Candace said on her live that she said at the dinner the rumors should be dropped. Here's the thing, Cole. I do believe that Candace was a part of it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Candace admitted it. Now, the only thing she said, everything Monique said was true, except I did call her. So she's saying that the whole conversation took place. She's just trying to say that she called Monique to tell Monique what happened. And Monique even said that Candace told Giselle, listen, that ain't even going to work because that baby looked just like Monique. Like that ain't going to work. So Candace said on her live that Monique wasn't lying. So that's why I'm like, well, hell then. If Candace, the only difference is Candace is saying that she did call Monique. Now, again, I don't know whether Candace called Monique or not. That's between Monique and Candace. That ain't my business. That's gonna be a he say, she say, and neither one of them gonna be able to prove what one person did or didn't do. But my thing is this: I put it if it is true, which I believe is true, it goes back to Giselle. Why would you even like? How nasty could you be that you would even want to put that out there in the universe, especially after what you've been through in your lifetime with the men you dated? Your so-called boyfriend, ex-husband, still got concubines all over the place. He still got other women out. I mean, he got illegitimate children and everything else. So, like, that's just not. I don't understand why you would even think that that's cool. And then Chris was like, yeah, because we got a whole bunch of dirt on you, but that ain't even how we roll. Like if we wanted to put your business out there, we could put your business out there, but we ain't even doing that, doing all of that. And so it's just, hey, Queen Star My World. The rumors are disgusting, and Monique didn't deserve it, but I don't like how people acting like Monique is an innocent victim. Monique has done plenty of shady manipulation. And that's the thing, Cole. Her husband even said that. I give Monique no passes as far as being shady. That's what they do on the show. I don't give her no passes as far as that's concerned. But I do think that there are things that go a line that take things too far. There are lines that go too far, in my opinion. There are certain most of what they do on these shows is just shady. It's just stupid shit. It's light. Half of them are in on it. By the time we see it, they done talked about it, discussed it. They done been back and forth, and they done made up. That kind of stuff I don't even be tripping off of. But there is a point where sometimes they go too far with this stuff. Hold on, y'all. I'm listening. I mean, Lord, I said I'm listening. I'm still here. But there is a point where they go too far. And I think questioning somebody's child parentage, I think is a step too far, especially coming from someone who has dealt with infidelity that resulted in a child. I couldn't. I mean, I guess I'm just shocked that Giselle would even go that deep. Now, Robin said she ain't had nothing to do with it. Robin said that they lying on her. They lying on her name. And she don't know what they talking about. And that's what Robin has said. Giselle got a whole pastor that birthed the whole congregation in and out the show. Okay. Exactly. Like, and that's what Chris said. Chris was like, listen, Monique do her dirt. Like, he said that. And remember that whole Sherman situation, Monique was like, I was wrong for bringing it on the show, but it wasn't a lie. Like, yes, I was wrong for bringing it up. I shouldn't have brought it to the show, but it wasn't a lie. It was documented. Like, it was in the newspaper. Like, it was, what I said was true. But I apologize for bringing it on the show, and I shouldn't have brought it on the show. So, again, nobody is saying that Monique is innocent, because Monique, listen, Monique do her shit too. But I just think some things are a line too far. That's just my opinion. Giselle really has something for Monique. Listen. Right, Robin never knows anything but knows everything. You said it right. Perfect. The way you just said that was perfect. Some of nothing but know everything all at the same damn time. Y'all, damn. I ran out of tea. I don't think Robin and Giselle are jealous of Monique, but I think Giselle was plotting with these rumors just for a storyline because she's thirsty for one. I can go with you on that one, Cole. She needs a storyline. I can go with you on that one. And Robin needs a storyline too. I'm not sure how many episodes this season is going to be because I don't know if they actually finished filming the season. Well, no, they finished filming the season. So I guess it's going to be about 20, I guess. I'm not sure, though. Don't quote me on that. I don't think she made it seem like when Monique lost her baby, it was an abortion. That was a low blow. Charisse did that. Charisse said that, and Monique claims that she has the text messages that when Charisse reached out to production and said that to production that it's a shame when we have to pretend like a miscarriage was an abortion. Yeah, now that's what Monique said that Charisse said. She said she has the proof now. She showed it on her live, but she showed the papers. You know, she was like, this whole stack of papers right here is all my proof. That's what she did, but she didn't show like this is what you know. But she said she had She said she had the proof, child. Jamal is Giselle's storyline, but remember that thing got blown out the water before the show even got started because his concubines was like, no. He with me on Monday, he with her on Tuesday, he with her on Thursday, he with her on Wednesday, he with her on Friday, and then he fly to DC for Saturday or Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, I think that got blown out, you know. Child Robin knew everything except for the status of her relationship with Juan. Well, I love Candace and Karen. They are both favorites on the show. I just relate to Candace and Karen the most. Just my opinion. That's what these shows are about. Everybody relates to everybody differently. I don't relate to Candace. I do. Karen has definitely grown on me. The first season, I was not a Karen fan. She has grown on me. I actually do like Karen. She's somebody, and the friend that I told you guys about, the person that's really good friends with Monique. She couldn't tell me anything. Obviously, she couldn't give me any details. Especially since she knows I do the YouTube stuff. She couldn't give me any details. She's told me a little trickle here, trickle there. But she always kept saying Karen is Monique's only friend. Karen is Monique's only friend. She always said that. She said the only person on that show that really has Monique's back is Karen. She always said that. And now I see why when I say always said that, I mean like within the last year or so. And now I know why she felt that way because see, she knew about all of this. Of course, she couldn't say anything to me, but she knew about all this. She knew about the rumors. She knew about the stuff that Charisse was doing. She knew about what they said on what happened at the dinner and all that. She knew about all of that, and she just kept saying. She said Karen is Monique's only friend. She kept saying that. Right, even Giselle's girls was like, we're not doing this with y'all. Yeah, we're not playing this game. Gigi was Mo's house guest. Who, Giselle? Giselle stayed with Mo for a while? Are you saying Gigi? Or are you saying somebody else? Gigi was Monique's best friend and started all of this. Oh, so Gigi is a different person altogether. So everyone on Real Housewives of Potomac is an antagonist except for Karen and Monique. It seems like, unlike Real Housewives of Atlanta, the only antagonist was Kenya until they painted Nene as one. Child, they ain't paint Nene as one. Nene was one. Hey, Danny, good to see you, baby. And again, I'm not saying that any of those women are innocent. I mean, they all play the game. They know what they're there for. They are all playing the game. You know, on all of these shows, they are all playing the game. Some play the game better than others. You know, and that's on all of the Real Housewives shows. They know especially at this point in the game, they know what they signed up for. Like, we're not at the beginning of this Real Housewives franchise. Like, some of these shows are 12 or 15 seasons in. They know what they signed up for. You know, when you agree to go on this show, you know what you're getting yourself into. They all play that game. But I also think that some people go too far. And I think this is an example of going too far, in my opinion. Some people might say, hey, it's fair game. You put your kids on the show. You put your husband on the show. It's fair game. I don't think it's fair game. I think there's certain things that are not fair game. For example, Ashley's storyline this season is going to involve Michael having an affair, right? That is something that they will explore throughout the show this season. I don't think that's too far because you brought it onto the show. Not you brought it onto the show, but you agreed to be filmed discussing it on the show. You know? But with Monique, that's never been a part of Monique's storyline. When is that ever? There's been nothing in the news. I live up here. There's never been anything in the gossip column. Well, I don't read the gossip column every day, but that's not been in the news or anything like that. So why would and you could tell, you saw how happy Giselle was on last week's episode, honey. Hold on, let me see here. Gigi was there at Monique's house during that barbecue where they kicked Giselle out. Oh, okay. Gigi was Mo's best friend that was staying with her until Gigi tried to sleep with Chris. Oh! They kicked her out the house, so she decided to get back at Mo by befriending Sharice. I can't lie, I felt bad for Candace today. People were on her Twitter saying some really hateful stuff, and she was getting more heat than Giselle. Well, part of why she was getting heat is because those old tweets resurfaced of her saying some homophobic things, so that might have been part of why she was getting some of that heat. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, entertaining. Beverly Hills is trying, child. Gigi better watch it. God don't like ugly. That sound a mess. Having an affair with a man or woman. You asking me who's having an affair on with a man or a woman? Jason Finch, child, bye. I ain't entertaining that shit. All them women ain't lying on R. Kelly. Bye. All them women ain't lying. Bye. I'm team Candace as for the feud between Candace and Monique. I feel that Monique is not a good friend. To me, she comes off as fake, manipulative, and judgmental. Okay. My problem with Candace is, and Giselle said it on that first episode, that Candace is very childish. And she's one of those people that lashes out. That's why them tweets are getting her in trouble now. She lashes out. Do I have any mods in the room? Can y'all block Jason, please? Because we're not doing that in here. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're in here, but get him out of here, please. I'm not entertaining anybody that's going to sit here and say R. Kelly ain't guilty. We're not doing that. No, ma'am, Pam. No, ma'am, Pam. She might be scrubbing the bad comments, quintessential, but I said the same thing. I haven't seen, I saw Candace address it. I saw Robin in a comment, and but I haven't seen anything from Giselle. So Giselle might just be scrubbing her. She may have turned her comments off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. And if she got time to scrub her comments, she got too much time on her hands. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't know none of this until you and Rich Scott talked about it today. So, yeah, they lied on that woman and her family. She needs to turn that reunion into a... Well, she done already had some Bad Girls Club stuff going on. That's what got her in trouble this season, child. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sitting here saying Monique is innocent and she's done nothing wrong and she's perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think that there's some things that just go too far. Yeah, Candace her Twitter fingers get her in trouble. You see the other night when she told her blogger to drop dead and, was called it because she don't like him. I mean, Candace, you being a public figure, you just can't say the first thing out your damn mouth all the time. And even if you do get angry and you say the first thing out that comes to mind, you have to learn to apologize when you're fucking wrong because sometimes you are wrong. Like, you don't get to just be like, oh, well. No, it's not, oh, well. You were wrong. And I'm not saying that These other ladies are innocent because they not either. You know. So let me see here. Oh, that's better. Okay, I like that light better. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Well, that's what I'm saying. If all of the comments were favorable, then she's scrubbing them because I promise you that there have been people going over there saying some nasty stuff. I can tell you that for a fact. Now that I can tell you for a fact. Candace goes low because they come for her. I agree. Some of the things she says are low, but people can't keep picking at her and expect her not to clap back. But no, see, Cole, there are some people that feel like if you slap me, you can't be mad when I punch you back, right? I'm of the belief that you give on the equal level. So if you slap me, I'm gonna slap you back. And somebody will say to Candace, like for example, let's just use this for example, the situation with Candace and her mama. You told everybody your mama was paying your bills. You told everybody that your mother took care of you because you thought it was cute in the beginning, and you wanted to come off as spoiled, and you wanted to come off that you had a certain level of privilege because see, it was cute in the beginning for you to brag about all the things that your mother did for you and how your mother took care of you and how spoiled you were. It was cute. But then when you started getting backlash for it, then all of a sudden it's not cute anymore, and now you get angry when people make comments about your mama paying your bills. You can't have it both ways. If it's cute on one end, then it's cute on the other end. You can't have it both ways. And that's what I'm saying. So Candace, yeah, they come for her, yeah, but they come for her in the same way that they come for everybody else with the little shade. They throw the shade at each other. But somebody will tell Candace, your mama pay your bills, and Candace will say, fuck you, fuck your family, I hope y'all all drop dead and die. That's not equal. That's not. Why my family gotta drop dead and die? Because I said your mama pay your bills, which by the way is true. Ashley started the fight with Candace in her house. I don't care if her mama paid for the house or not. It was disrespectful. Listen, Cole, when Ashley was wrong for walking back in that house because Candace told her to leave. Absolutely correct. I agree with you. But this is a perfect example of what I am talking about. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. You know you're filming a scene for the show. You know you're doing this for the show, right? So it's not a normal dinner party. You are filming a scene for the show. You put Ashley out of your house. She shouldn't have come back in. Let me be clear. She should not have come back in your house. So she comes back in the house, and you decide to pick up a knife and wave the knife around, like and threaten to, and you're threatening her with the knife. I don't give a fuck if it was a butter knife or a steak knife. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's not equal. It's not equal. To me, it isn't at least. I think the Samuels are over the show. Monique will not be. I would be shocked if Monique is back. I would be very shocked if Monique comes back. I still understand why people are giving her a hard time about her mother taking care of her, but don't give Tinsley from Real Housewives of New York that same heat. I don't know nothing about Tinsley. I don't watch the Real Housewives of New York. I don't. I don't know nothing about it. Um. So here, yeah, I don't have a problem with her mama paying her bills. The problem I have is, again, you just can't have it both ways. Like the problem I have with her. Okay, let me rewind. The problem I have with the whole her mama pay. First of all, I don't care because if my mama want to pay these bills, she is welcome to it every month. Okay, but the problem I have with that situation was her and Chris part of it. That's my only thing. And understanding too, when somebody pays your bills, it comes with strings. Like you can't tell your mama how involved to get in your life. She paying the bills. It's her house. You can't tell her what she can and can't do in her house. She paying the damn bills. Her house. Right, right, Lady Libra. Right, right, right. Candace pulled the knife on her the first time she was in there because Ashley was being hella disrespectful. But you don't get to pull a knife on somebody because they disrespectful though. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's not equal. That's just me. I hear you coming from no Cole. I respect your opinion, but I just, to me, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. It just ain't the same to me. Exactly. Candace starts all that bullshit and then she gets mad when it don't go her way. Exactly. You right about that one, Lady Libra. Candace and her mama, they are two peas in the pod. Right, because Candace can read now. Candace can throw a jab, but again, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's equal. And let's be real, the only reason people were even liking Candace was because they didn't like Ashley. But even then, I saw the nastiness of Candace because a lot of her behavior was unwarranted. I agree. I agree. Tinsley did get some heat about being a trust fund baby, but now she's living in Chicago and left the show. Well, let me ask you a question. There's a difference between being a trust. There's a difference between having a trust fund and someone paying your bills. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. And I mean, I wish I had a trust fund. Shit. Oh well, you know what? I can see that. Monique said she coming back on the show because she going her business and making them mad. I can see that. Didn't Candace even say at the reunion both her and her mom paid for the house? She said now she's at the reunion she said that now they were splitting the mortgage and now she's paying the whole mortgage. She said she is paying the whole mortgage now, but they were splitting the mortgage. But when she first came on the show, her mama was paying all her bills. It wasn't until she started making money off the show that, and then with her and Chris, when she started getting backlash, that's when she started splitting the bill with her mom. But before that, her mother was paying for all of that, and they were running that hair business together. Candace probably felt threatened that a stranger was in her house. She told to get out, so she had. That wasn't no stranger. That was her coworker. That she no, I ain't doing that. That was not a stranger. First of all, let's remember Ashley and Candace. Ashley brought Candace on the show. They know each other from the pageant circuit. They've known each other for years. They were I ain't gonna say they were friends in real life. They were acquaintances in real life. They've known each other for 20 years. Okay? That's how we got introduced to Candace. So no, Ashley was no stranger to Candace. I ain't going for that one, Young Rich. No, you can't do that one. I'm not trying to change anyone's opinions. I just don't like how the other women were gaslighting Candace and making fun of her relationship with her mother. I don't think they was gaslighting her. Candace does have a trust fund, but that's not how her mother was paying her bills. Her mother was paying her bills like writing a check every month because her mother bought that house. That's her mother. Ashley wasn't wrong. That's her mother's house. That's not Ashley's house. I mean, that's not Candace's house. It's her mother's house. Her mama probably write that house off of her taxes every year as rental property, child. Her husband does work, Young Rich. Her husband does work. Exactly. Co-worker, and she was called there to film a scene. Exactly. All right, y'all. We've been talking about this for 40 minutes. Let's move on to something else because I want to talk to y'all about some important stuff too. So Latoya Luckett, let's go and knock Miss Latoya Luckett out real quick. So allegedly, Latoya Luckett's husband Tommy, and side chick has been shopping around pictures and a video of him. And according to the Shade Room, they've seen it. They said that the person in the video has tattoos like her husband, in the same places where her husband had tattoos, but the face wasn't clear enough for them to definitively say that it was her husband. At least as of the last time I saw this article, they're always updating stuff, so something may have been updated in the last couple of hours. Allegedly, Tommy, this woman is in Dallas. She is an Instagram a model. And Latoya is like 20 months pregnant, right? I don't know if y'all watch the Friends and Family Hustle show. I don't review it. I watch it, but I don't really review it. But if you watch the show, you know that on this season, Tommy and Latoya were having some issues. They were having some legitimate issues, and Tommy flies back and forth to Texas regularly because he has a daughter there. We also know that Tommy was going through some things this year because his mom died, and I think she died suddenly. I don't think, or if she was sick, I think it was suddenly. Like she didn't have a long, like from the time they found out she was sick to the time she passed. It was a short window. Now, do I think? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, little baby. I should have put that in air quotes. Model, Instagram model. Now, hey, Savon, how you doing, boo? Now, do I think it's true? I don't know it to be true because I don't know them people in real life. But after the way I saw the way he treated her on that show, and I understand people grieve and that everybody grieves differently. But I don't know, y'all. And then like that one time when he left and he went to Texas and he was gone for 2 weeks and he ain't called her or he called her very little. I was like, I don't know about this. I said, what? Yeah, Latoya pregnant. She had a virtual baby shower this weekend. Now you know how you get to the bottom of something, you just mad that there's no more left. I had some tea today, some sweet tea, and there's no more left, and there's no more sweet tea in this house, and I'm not happy about it. Okay. Um, she passed away from cancer. Thank you, Lady Libra. Um, you said you knew the way he was picking fights and leaving. Yeah, I just didn't like the way he treated her. I didn't like the way that whole thing came off. And I, they went to therapy and things seem to have gotten better after they went to therapy. But listen, therapy is not a magic pill. You have to constantly work at it. The problems don't automatically disappear just because you went to a couple of therapy sessions. And remember, the first couple of therapy sessions they went to, he got mad because he felt like everybody was blaming him, and and he got pissed off and he ended up leaving. So I feel like I can't 100%. I'm not going to act like, oh, well, because they went to therapy, everything is everything. I just I don't know. I like Latoya, and I really get some water and dream that is sweet tea. Let me tell y'all what y'all not gonna do. Y'all not about to come for me about my sweet tea. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all not about to do. Pull Latoya from touring with Beyonce to starring in a straight to DVD flick to being cheated on a T.I. Tiny show. I said, dang, Young Rich, dang, that's messed up. It's a steakhouse. Who got a steakhouse? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Who got a steakhouse? Yeah, what? I missed something about a house. I missed something about a steakhouse. Who got a steakhouse? Shawnette, y'all, you keep believing that Candace mama co-signed on the house. Go on, keep believing that. Her mama probably added her name to the house, but Candace mama bought that house. What? Okay, I missed that whole thing. Would you marry a man that had the same arrangement that Candace and her mom have? I feel bad for Chris. That would aggravate me. Yeah, there's quintessential. Yeah, Candace's husband is a chef, and yeah, he works at the restaurant. But listen, listen. Okay, let me say this. I do have the whole story on the restaurant. That is some tea that was given to me about him and his role at that restaurant. But let me be clear. It's a very convoluted story. Make a long story short, he ain't the co-owner. They made it seem like he was a co-owner for the purposes of Candace's storylines to make him look like he had more going on than he had going on. But he's not the co-owner, and I'm gonna leave it at that. It's just it's one of those. But he ain't the co-owner, but he does work there. Um, okay, thanks, Design Bobby. Candace's husband Chris is a part owner to Myron Steakhouse. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Anyway, anyway, we're gonna move on from that because I. Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. He has entanglements, but he is not a co-owner. If that makes any sense. It's not an Outback Steakhouse. It's a barbecue. It's a barbecue joint up here in I think it's in Old Town Alexandria. It's like a barbecue joint. Um, but it's under an umbrella, and that's what Shawnette is talking about. Myron Steakhouse. He owns different restaurants, but what Chris is affiliated with is a barbecue restaurant. Mom definitely bought it, and I actually don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about. It's a nice gift from a parent to a child. Yeah, again, I'm not one of those people. I'm not shaming Candace for the situation. What I'm saying is that Candace came onto the show bragging about it, and then when the girls flipped it on her because they weren't impressed by it, then she got upset. That's all I'm saying. Because I think she thought it was going to impress them that her mother takes care of her and she's so spoiled. But it ended up, they flipped it on her, you know? And you're right, in different circles, maybe she wouldn't be looked down upon about that. But you on a show about a bunch of boss ass black women that's out here trying to do it for themselves. They weren't impressed. They didn't think it was cute that she was living off her mom. They weren't impressed by it. And so it got flipped around, and then she sort of got embarrassed by that, and then she was flipping it around, now, well, really, me and my mother split the mortgage. Well, really, and then the fact that when people found out that Chris was living there too, I think that, like, if she was living there by herself, I don't think anybody would have really made that big of a deal about it. But when they found out Chris was living there, then they were like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And again, I don't give a damn. I'm just saying, I think that's where some of people's opinions came from. Yeah, I do feel bad for Latoya. I do feel bad for Latoya because remember, Latoya didn't want. She wasn't ready to get pregnant. She said she didn't think they were ready to have another baby. She said that they still were trying to get their shit together, and because remember, for everything we see on camera, it's 50 things we never see. So for all of the bad stuff that they allowed us to see, it was so much more going on. And Latoya was like, we're not ready to get pregnant again. And remember, he was trying to hurry up and have another baby. He was trying to get her pregnant real quick. And so that's why I wasn't surprised to find out she was pregnant. But I felt bad when I found out she was pregnant. I felt bad because I was like, see, she's not ready for another child. But what I'm sure of, and I don't know Latoya Luckett personally, but what I am sure of is that she's gonna be okay. She comes off as a very take lemons and make lemonade kind of person. I mean, with the whole Destiny's Child thing, I don't know how many sleepless nights she had. I don't know how many, crying I don't know how bad things got, but from the outside looking in, she took lemons and she made lemonade. She took that money, the settlement. She opened up her own store. She said, "Hell." Somebody asked her, "Does she sell house of Darion?" Back then, they were like, "Do you sell house of Darion?" She said, "Hell yeah." She said, "That's what they buying. I'm selling it." Like, it is what it is, and her debut album went platinum. She's gotten into acting. She's friends again with them. She's friends with Beyonce and Kelly again. They're friends. They've been able to work their way back around. I think when Beyonce broke ties with her dad, I think that opened up the door. Because I think a lot of people blamed her dad more so than her. Because her father was the manager. Her father was the one fucking up the money. Beyonce was reaping the benefits of it, obviously, but her father was the one doing the dirty deals. Her father was the Berry Gordy of the situation. No, this is Latoya's second child. Hey, Natalia. How you feeling, boo? Well, again, I think that Candace has to take accountability for her nasty attitude. Here's the thing. For me, I can't speak for nobody else. For me, I think Candace has to take accountability for her nasty ass attitude. Candace is nasty. She has a nasty attitude. And again, like I said, she's the kind of person that if you slap her, she gonna punch you. And okay, that might win in the short run, but in the long term, you're gonna end up looking like the bully. Let's think about it like this: even if that person hits you first, if somebody slaps you and you beat them with a bat, who's going to jail? You. So even if the women pick on her first, or even if the women throw the jab first, the fact that her comeback is so much deeper, it cuts so much deeper. People tend to forget that she's not the first. She didn't throw the first blow. Again, to look back on last season, nobody was talking about not nobody, but because I talked about it, but nobody was talking about the fact that Ashley walked her ass back up in that woman's house uninvited. All we kept seeing was the clip of that woman waving around that knife and her husband having to pick her up and carry her out of the room. That's all we saw. Correct? Hey, Classy Coco. We talking about Latoya Luckett, but we can ready move on in a second, honey, because somehow we didn't got back on Real Housewives, child. But we're gonna move on because I have a couple of shows I gotta do tonight. Y'all gonna want that Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, honey, and we have Big Brother coming on in a few minutes, so we're gonna get off here in a few minutes. You would love to see a real Destiny Child story. Well, it would have to be produced by somebody outside of the Beehive, because that's the only way you're gonna get the real story. We can't forget this was a vicious plot and Giselle needs to be accountable. I agree, Natalia. I agree. And that goes back to what Quintessential was saying. Everybody seems to be commenting or being held accountable in some form, except for Giselle. I ain't seen from Giselle. I haven't heard from Giselle or none of that. Okay, so Nick Cannon is suing Viacom for something like $1.5 billion. He said that is the value of the show Wild 'N Out. And so he is suing Viacom. The question is, what do you guys think? Do you think that Viacom will settle with him just to get him to leave him the hell alone? Do you think that it's going to actually go to court? Do you think he has a case? What y'all think? And I saw what y'all little baby and Abby was saying about my drink. Don't come for my sweetie. Yeah, I know, Danny, and I keep meaning to call you so we can talk about it. When are we gonna have a live about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Did you see Lisa is mad at Garcelle? She said she needs to stop dancing in her underwear. Before I leave, I need to answer your big brother. What was your big brother question? I must have missed it. Sharnette. Okay, so to answer your first question, when are we going to do a live on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I don't know if I would do like an individual live. I might do a live where we talk about Beverly Hills and Potomac. Maybe when we get Beverly Hills is almost done. Well, they're deeper in the season, I should say. Maybe in a couple of weeks when we get a couple of more episodes of Potomac, and we could do that. So I don't have a problem doing that. The Garcelle comment. I'm gonna be honest with you. When Garcelle said it in last week's episode, I was watching it and I went, but I don't disagree with her. I'm not saying that Lisa can't do it. That ain't what I'm saying either, because Lisa is Lisa and her child is going to have to learn how. It's like an alcoholic. It's like telling somebody, well, I wouldn't have drinks if I knew my daughter was a recovering alcoholic. Well, your daughter is going to have to learn how to live in a world where alcohol is around. Would it be a little respectful to say, hey, maybe not going to bring no alcohol around my daughter because I know she's a recovering alcoholic? Sure. Do I think she's a bad mother if she decides to have a cocktail at dinner while her daughter's sitting there? Not necessarily, depending on where they are in their recovery. Do I think that if I had a daughter with body image, would I be on the internet dancing around in my bra and undies? I understood why Garcelle made the comment, but I also understand why Lisa Rinna was upset by the comment. And Garcelle did apologize. She said that she shouldn't have said it. She said she regrets saying it and she shouldn't have said it. So she understands that maybe she, said a little too much. But Lisa Rinna's daughter says that Lisa Rinna made her film those scenes, that she didn't want to film those scenes. And that, I think that might be more detrimental than her dancing around in her underwear. If I'm dealing with something that I'm not ready to discuss with people, and because you are on this platform, you are making me discuss it, that to me, that's a little bit more. I think that might be a little more detrimental. Did Thanksgiving really say that she was going to get all the... and that's what I was asking El Teddy. He didn't understand what my question. Somebody came into, I don't know if it was his live or my live the other day and said that. I didn't hear it. Now, y'all know everything is on the live feeds. So if it happened and if it was said, I'm sure it is on the internet somewhere. I'm sure. But I follow a lot of those threads. I follow Big Brother Squad on Instagram. I'm in a Big Brother chat group on Facebook, which I haven't been active in there, so I need to go back to that one. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm in a Big Brother. It's like, I forgot what it's called, but basically it's a Big Brother group on Facebook that's basically black people. It's like a black. That's not what it's called, but it's basically a black Big Brother group. And so if something racist was said or done, it'll be in that group. Now, I need to check that group and see, because if it was done or said, I can find it in there. Because last season, when a lot of those people of color, El Teddy said he saw it on one of the Big Brother Twitter threads. Okay, so he said he saw it. That's what I was asking him, because, again, I'm not saying it didn't happen. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying it didn't happen. I didn't see it myself. And to me, that's a very serious accusation for me to go off of what somebody else said. So that's what I was asking him. But El Teddy said he saw it. So if he saw it, I believe he saw it. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't believe just anybody telling me they saw it, but I believe El Teddy. I know El Teddy, so I believe he saw it, Now, with that being said, how do I choose my words carefully? With that being said, that's very interesting. Yeah, Danny, I think that's the group you invited me to last season. I think that's the group you invited me to. I remember Funky Dineva saying that Lisa is using her daughter's issues for her own personal gain. So when I heard her daughter say that, I was shocked. Yeah. But I saw it on one, not all of them. So did you see the clip of them saying it, or you saw the clip, or somebody typed it in, this is what they said? And again, I believe you. I'm just trying to understand. But I'm gonna go to that group. Danny, have you been in the group? Have they said anything in the group? My thing is they just want to talk about Denise's marriage, but up to now, Kyle haven't said anything about years of people saying her husband cheats. Listen, you know what, Natalia? My thing is this, and I think we talked about this last week. My issue with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is they have one storyline and they focus on that one storyline, and that's all we hear the whole season. We don't know about anything going on with anybody else on that show other than Denise, Brandy, and this bullshit storyline. We know that Erica Jane is going to do Chicago, and we've seen her do one fucking rehearsal. She's getting ready to play the lead on a Broadway show in New York, and we have seen her go to one fucking rehearsal. We have no idea what Lisa Rinna ass is doing, other than her daughter spoiled ass and her anxiety. Don't get me started on that. Dorit got all kinds of tax liens and money issues, and all we have seen is her do one scene with the Book of the Pepper Man, and they made us think it was one thing, and when we got into that meeting, it was something totally different. And then they was trying to be shady towards Lisa Vanderpump, and old boy was like, "Yeah, that's what we not getting ready to do." Y'all saw how they was trying. That only reason why they filmed that scene was so they could be shady towards Lisa Vanderpump, and you saw they were like, "Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. We're not doing that." So, like, Kyle, do we ever fucking know what's going on with Kyle? Kyle had that bullshit ass clothing line in the first episode at the fashion show, and she couldn't even tell you what was in her clothing line. I ain't never seen nobody create a clothing line and they can't even tell you the pieces that's in their damn clothing line. But anyway, so I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, we don't, but you've been building this whole season up. This whole season been built up to Denise Richards and her marriage that we don't give nothing about. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about Denise, whether her marriage is an open marriage. I don't give a damn. Yeah, it's true. They focus on one storyline, and I think it's because the other ladies don't want to come clean on their lives, and they shouldn't be on the show. Like, that is what you sign up for. And what pisses me off is on these other shows, they will get rid of you quick if you don't give them what they want and you don't give them the storyline they want. They'll drop you quick. But the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they keep these women on here season after season and ain't doing shit. I mean, nothing. I still don't know what the hell Teddy does. She's an accountability coach. What the fuck does that even mean? Is it a life coach? Is it somebody that calls you to remind you not to eat that last piece of cake? Like, what is an accountability coach? What does that even mean? I'm sorry, but Kyle's too microaggressive for me. She and her sister are underlying racists. That's why Paris Hilton don't fuck with them. I don't see the racism, but you might see something I don't see, child. I don't know. We don't know what's going on with Lisa specifically. She brings her daughters on camera to explain. Right. All we know is that she does a clothing line for QVC, but shit, we can see that. All we gotta do is turn on QVC 3 days out the week, and we know that. Like, we don't see her doing anything with the clothing. We don't see her meeting with fashion merchandisers. We don't see her taking meetings with QVC. We don't see any. We see the end product. We don't see anything leading up to it. The same thing with Kyle. We didn't see anything that led up to that clothing line. We just saw her at New York Fashion Week. And you know the only reason why she was at New York Fashion Week is because she's Kyle Richards. Because nobody else goes to New York Fashion Week with that bullshit she had. Like, come on. So it's like, anyway. What did Candace do? Candace, well, two things. Candace, some old tweets of Candace surfaced her making some homophobic statements. So that's the first thing. And then this whole thing with Monique letting everybody know about this plot that they were building up against her. So, yeah. I think Denise slept with Brandy before she was married, and Brandy decided to pretend it was recent and use it to get back on the show. I I definitely think that Brandy is using this whole thing to get back on the show. I believe that something went down between Denise and Brandy. I think Brandy's putting 20 on 10 though. I don't believe all this other shit Brandy's saying. But I believe something went down. I believe something went down. Because did y'all see Denise's face when Denise was like, why are we bringing this up here? And they were like, because it's already going to be on air. Y'all saw that when they were telling her, it's already out. And she was like, no, it's not. And they were like, yeah, because we talked about it. And Kyle was like, yeah, because we talked about it at my house the other night. And she, like, you knew what they were telling her. They were trying to tell her, they already got this on tape, bitch. Did y'all see the look on her face when she found out they already had it on tape? Someone down. Kyle is scared because allegedly her husband hired Kendra Wilkinson. Child. I understand Erica doesn't want to show her son because he's a cop and he doesn't want people to know who he is because of his job and he can be undercover and that would. Yeah, I understand. Listen, I understand anybody on this show that doesn't want to show their children. I 100% understand all of that. And yeah, her son is a cop and I definitely understand her not wanting to show her son on the show. Mm-hmm. Honey, I think that too because Sutton said she heard the rumor years ago Denise and Aaron were just married last year. Yeah, and I believe Sutton because Sutton was like, I don't even understand why this is a big deal. I heard that shit. Y'all ain't know? I've been heard. I heard this already. Y'all didn't hear the story yet? Oh, okay. Can you pass the wine? Like Sutton was so unbothered. Sutton was unbothered. Sutton was like, I've heard this already. I'm sick of everyone's forced apology, child. I was watching a blogger yesterday talk about how Erica made him lose his job and he was blackballed. I could see that. Like, I like Erica Jane, but I could definitely see how Erica Jane is a bitch. Like, I could see it. Like, I like her, but she's a bitch. That's why when supposedly Brandy said that, you know, Denise was like, she's a cold-hearted bitch. And I don't know why Erica always gets offended when people say that about her. I love you, Erica. Like I do. I love Erica Jane. But I don't understand why she always thinks that, like, why is she always shocked when people say or feel like she's offensive? Like, you are cold-hearted. Like, you are a bitch. I just don't understand why Erica always acts shocked when that's people's opinion of her. That's like me being shocked that somebody say I'm fat. I am? You think I'm fat? Erica, you a bitch. You driving and listening? Okay, be safe. Thanks for popping in, the beautiful soul. You in the bushes. You in the bushes. El Teddy, shut up. Go watch Big Brother. Big Brother's on. Go watch Big Brother. I don't know why Teddy gets mad when people say she's boring. I don't know either because she's boring as hell. The sad thing is, for as boring as she is, Teddy has been in the mix of like the last couple of seasons. Like, for as boring as she is, though, she's actually giving us some good shit. Do I have? Oh, I was gonna say, do I have a mod in the room? Hell, El Teddy is a damn mod. I was gonna say, somebody put El Teddy in timeout. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna get off here because I've been on here for an hour. Y'all don't have me running my mouth. Okay, all I was gonna say about the R. Kelly thing, because y'all know I'm not about to give him a whole lot of energy, but I did want to bring this up. Did y'all see where they're saying that these are three different instances by three different people in three different states, connected back to R. Kelly, where they are intimidating his accusers, right? And if y'all remember, and the only reason why I brought this up is because I remember a couple of weeks back, Asriel Clary, the young lady that got away, that is back home with her family now, and has been kind of speaking out about a lot of stuff. Remember her car was set on fire a couple of weeks ago? I remember that. Well, one of those men that got arrested was connected to that, and they would trace it back to R. Kelly. So when these victims are saying how R. Kelly paid us off, or R. Kelly threatened us, or R. Kelly did this and did that, or he had people to do it, like, again, I don't know how much more. That's why I had that person in here earlier. I had to get them blocked. I don't know how much more proof y'all need that this man is guilty. I don't know what else y'all need to say. That's the only reason why I brought it up, because when her car was first set on fire, people were trying to say, "Oh, she did it on purpose. She just needs attention. She's this, she's that." But now we see that it was a legit situation, and it was an intimidation tactic by one of R. Kelly's people, and it wasn't somebody that was acting independently. It was somebody that is connected to R. Kelly. I also saw where R. Kelly made $1.5 million last year, all while he was sitting right here claiming he broke. He was putting that money in a different. He was putting that money in an account that didn't have his name on it. He made $1.5 million last year. Now I know $1.5 million in the grand scheme of things of somebody like R. Kelly is not a lot of money. However, that's more money than he claimed he had. Remember, they was doing GoFundMe to get his ass out of jail. Mm-hmm. No, Teddy's anxiety ain't my problem. That damn Kyle has anxiety about everything, but be the first one to tell somebody to get over some shit. I'm like, girl, you scared. You scared to get in fast cars. You scared to be in slow cars. You scared to fly. You scared. You scared to be on a train. You scared of red handkerchiefs. I'm like, who got all this anxiety? Like, I need you to be on somebody's couch every day if you got that much damn anxiety. But she'll be the first one to tell somebody else to get over some shit. I'm like, how? Really, girl? Robert has people who work in high places, which is why he's been able to get over. Exactly, little baby. Exactly. They are still going hard for that man, honey. They are still going hard for that man. Shout. But we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on R. Kelly. I just wanted to drop that in y'all's lap for the people in the back that need to hear it. Now, last but not least, before I get off of here, I have my hashtag called Politrix. Now, I'm not going to turn my channel into a political channel. We have a good time over here. We laugh, we joke, and we kiki. Kaka, shouts out to Jay the Nerd. But understand that I am a political machine. My undergraduate degree is in political science. It is in my blood. I can't help myself. Y'all. So from now until November, you just going to have to hear about politics. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Y'all, do not fall for the okie doke. Do not let y'all play this game with y'all. I told y'all the other day, don't let them play this game with y'all. I saw today where now we got the baby talking about some, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all want to do, but I'm voting for Ye. You know, talking about he going to vote for Kanye. Then I read another article today that said Kanye West has less than 2% of the black vote. Why? Again, y'all got to pay attention to what they're doing. I'm calling it Politrix because that's exactly what it is. Y'all need to pay attention to what it is that they're doing. Why would the headline be specific to black voters? Why they say Kanye West has less than 2% of the vote? Why they focusing on the black voters? I know he black. I got that part. But what I'm saying is everybody knows that he was a quote-unquote Trump supporter. So why wouldn't the people be concerned about him pulling votes away from the person he supposedly supports? Why are they writing articles about him pulling votes away from the black vote? Y'all, let me break this down for y'all. For those who need to understand, okay? For those who need to understand, for the people in the back, this is how our democracy works. Because there are different forms. This is not a pure democracy because we have the electoral college. But this is how our democracy works here in the United States, okay? It is a open vote. We know, you get to vote for who you want to run. We have a two-party system. It is not a perfect two-party system. It is not an ideal two-party system. Are there more people on the ballot? Absolutely. We have the Libertarians. We have the Green Party. Here we got a Black Panther Party, okay? When you go to vote, if you've never voted before, when you go to vote for president, you are going to see parties and names of people you have never heard of. You're going to be like, well, where the hell these people been for the last 4 years while we've been trying to figure out who was going to run for president? I got that. I got it. But at a certain point, You have to figure out who is going to give me the best shot of winning. There are only two options right now that can win. That's it. That's all. Two. The person running for the Republican Party and the person running for the Democratic Party. Now, maybe you can envision a world 2 or 3 election cycles from now where we might actually have a third party that can actually make a run for it. It's happened in the past, but that is not where we are right now. Why would you throw your vote away? Because voting for Kanye West is throwing your vote away. Voting to not vote is throwing your vote away. Is Joe Biden perfect? No. Is Kamala Harris perfect? No. But I need y'all to be really clear. I need you to understand that the alternative is 4 more years of Donald Trump. Now, we can sit here all day long and talk about what Joe Biden did 20 years ago and what crime bills he wrote and didn't write and voted for. We can talk about what he said about Barack Obama being an articulate black person. Hell, we can talk about something he said. I think he said something stupid a couple of weeks ago. We can do all of that. Sure we can. Yeah, we can do that. We can talk about Kamala, yeah, I'm going to get her name right before she went. Kamala Harris being a prosecutor and putting black men in jail. I mean, never mind, she was doing her job. But we can talk about that all day long. But the alternative to all, when you get done with all that shit, I just want you to remember that the alternative to all of that is 4 more years of Trump. We can do all, y'all can talk about all that shit all day long. I don't care. Don't let them gas y'all like they did 4 years ago and made y'all think that voting for Hillary Clinton was just as bad as voting for Donald Trump, that Hillary Clinton wouldn't have been a better president than Donald Trump. Please don't let nobody fool y'all into thinking that they got y'all once. They got y'all with that shit once. They convinced y'all that voting for Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton was the same. They convinced y'all of that shit once. Don't let them do that bullshit again. Don't let them blindside y'all asses with fucking emails and pizza deliveries and whatever other bullshit been got. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do it. Stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. That's like, let me give y'all a good example of them. We're going to get off of here. Let's say y'all going to the racetrack, right? Anybody been to the racetrack before? I like going to the racetrack. I like betting on the horses. I like betting on the dogs. I don't want nobody to put nothing in here don't put nothing in here about, I don't want nothing from the ASPCA about the cruelty. I don't care. Up here at Delaware Park, they have the greyhounds, right? And I like betting on the races. Okay. That's like you at a horse race. Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, whatever. Don't care. We start off with what? 20 horses? I don't know the exact number. Let's say we start off with 20 horses. At the beginning of the race, hell, you don't know who's going to win. You know who's the favorite to win. You know who they say might win. But you really don't know who's going to win. But let's say we're in the last 5 seconds of the race. And there's only 2 people in the lead. Nobody else has a shot in hell of winning. 2 people. 1, 2. Nobody else has a shot in hell of winning. And the person next to you says, I will give you $100. Tell me who you think is going to win. And your dumb ass picked somebody in the back of the pack that still barely got out of the damn starting gate. You just threw away $100. You had a 50-50 chance of fucking winning, but you threw away $100 because you chose the horse that had the pretty colored harness on that's all the way in the back of the race. Y'all, why would you even entertain the other bullshit? Why would y'all do it? I don't know. I don't understand. I've seen some crazy stuff today. People talking about she not really black. I don't give a fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great. It's great that he picked a woman of color. That's fine. Do y'all think I care that she part Jamaican, part Indian? I don't give a fuck. Because the alternative is Donald Trump. They talk about, well, you know, Joe Biden wrote the crime bill back in 1990. I don't give a fuck. Because the alternative is Donald Trump. Well, you know, she was a prosecutor. I don't give a fuck. Because the alternative is Donald Trump. Do y'all understand? I don't think y'all understand. The same motherfucker who didn't want to give aid to Puerto Rico because he didn't know it was part of the United States. Him. That dude. The guy that called African countries shithole countries. And he didn't want any immigrants from those countries. Him. That guy. The person that's been calling COVID the Chinese flu for the last 6 months. That dude. Him. That's the alternative to a man who was vice president for 8 years and was in the Senate for 20 years before that. That's the alternative. I know I'm on my soapbox. I'm coming down. I'm coming off of it now. I'm sorry, y'all. I went left for a second. But I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Okay. I'm back. I'm sorry. I just had to say it because I'm so frustrated already. Like, she ain't even been the nominee for 24 good hours. And we already questioning. Like, when they did it to Barack Obama, y'all was ready to go to war. When they wanted to see his birth certificate and all of that, we was ready to go to war. But now they doing it too, because again, it's a woman thing. But they doing it to her, to Kamala Harris, and y'all don't have no problem with them questioning her ethnicity. Y'all down for it. Oh yeah, she's Jamaican and she's this and she that. Jamaican not black. Remember, black doesn't mean American. Jamaican not black. Y'all can't look at that woman and see she's a woman of color. Like, do we really need to break down her Ancestry.com results? Y'all can't look at that woman and see that she's a woman of color? Listen, anytime Sarah Palin said congratulations, but be careful, that's what she said to Kamala Harris. She said congratulations, but be careful. Because she knows. She knows. What happened to all that preaching of standing with your fellow black person all of a sudden? Right now, black lives don't matter because she's not light enough. I mean, because she's not dark enough. Black lives don't matter because she don't have enough percentage in her blood. So black lives don't matter now. We're the only ones who do that. Has she been Mexican? You exactly, Young Rich. We are the only ones that do that. You're right. Has she been Mexican? Has she been any other race, honey? They be claiming her. They be fighting over the claimer. We fighting to throw her away. Jacqueline Glover, what do you think of the job interview from G? I don't. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm over it and I'm done. I don't think nothing of it. I just need people to remember one of them will win. Exactly. And exactly, Brianna. One of them is going to win. Which one do y'all want to win? We can sit here and nitpick all day long, but which one y'all want to win? All right, let me read the rest of these comments and then I'm going to get off of here. Okay, super chat. She said, shout out to her soror. I know all them AKAs. Y'all better mobilize for her. All y'all Greeks better mobilize because a couple of my friends who are Deltas were even saying this Delta is voting, for Kamala Harris. So y'all better organize, honey. Get that woman. Exactly, Lady Libra. It ain't taking 5 minutes. I think people wanted the riots during the civil rights era are slowly going to wish now. I think people that wanted the riots during the civil rights era are slowly going. Oh, getting their wish. I'm sorry, getting their wish. My thing is, who cares about her color? She's a whole lot better. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mike Pence, who is the current vice president, still believes in reprogramming therapy for gay people. He thinks that you can reprogram gayness. Like, that's who's the current vice president. Y'all don't think she's better than that? Y'all don't think she's better than that? Like, anyway, let me get off of here. Biden could have chosen my favorite pair of shoes. Okay. Y'all, there is nothing left in here. I don't know why I keep tipping it up like there's something in there. Child, Biden could have chosen Mickey Mouse. And that's who I was voting for, Mickey Mouse. All right, let me get out of here. I was checking to see if I had any cash apps so I could thank anybody. Sorry. So thank you all for being here. Thank you everybody that came through. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that great stuff. Definitely, if you haven't already checked out Abby Reviews, El Teddy 27, Jaded Nerd, please do. A couple of other content creators came through. I saw Beautiful Soul in here. Not sure. I don't remember who else I saw pop through. But I know El Teddy was in here, of course. Beautiful Soul was in here. Oh, Discovering Dez was in here. Yeah, I check out my nephew Discovering Dez. The Justice League, YB Entertainment TV, Cats Meow, Give You the Real Tea, Scotty by Nature, aka Mr. Still Standing, and of course Abby Reviews, El Teddy, and myself. Tonight, which videos will be dropping tonight? Tonight we'll be dropping Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to be dropping tonight. I'm going to try to get Big Brother out tonight, and something else will drop. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to drop. I'm actually caught up, I think. Yeah, I'm actually caught up, y'all. What? I ain't been caught up in a minute. So I have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tonight. I have because Marriage Boot Camp is filmed. I just got to upload it. So my Marriage Boot Camp, that's a members only live. I mean, that's a members only review, but that'll be uploaded for my members only. That'll be, matter of fact, I'm going to upload that as soon as I get off of here. Big Brother, I'll go ahead and do my Big Brother tonight. I think it's the veto competition. And maybe I'll do a retro tonight if I have time. Maybe I'll put up a Falcon Crest or a different world. El Teddy and Abby, let me know when we're going to do the next The Wire. I watched it and I took my notes. I just got to do the video. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, El Teddy and myself will be on our Teacher Project 2.0 channel. We will be discussing all things dealing with where we are right now in education as far as school openings and different things of that nature. If you have not subscribed to the Teacher Project 2.0, please do so at this time. And then tomorrow evening, we will be doing a live to talk about the series Greenleaf. We know that we had the series finale last night. All of our reviews are up. I've invited some. I know that's right. Super chat. That's it, girl. I know that we'll be doing a live show. I've invited some other YouTubers that review the show. So I don't want to speak on who's going to be here, who isn't, outside of myself and El Teddy, because I have some maybes. So hopefully, I hope I've invited a couple of people that I really, really, really would love to see come through. So we'll see who makes it. But if not, if it's just me and El Teddy, it's just me and El Teddy, honey. Last but not least, y'all know I got to do my deal of the day. Shop my Arbonne. Hold on, let me put Abby said she got to watch it. Abby, if you get a chance, I know you got Scooter Boot. Abby or Mama 6, can y'all drop the link for the Teacher Project for me, please, so people can subscribe to the backup channel, well, not backup, but the other channel. Please, Mom, and thank you. And for those who are new or don't know, my Arbonne products, I've started selling Arbonne. And my deal of the day, I'm about to put it up on the screen. Share screen. Y'all know how I'm about this share screen, child. Y'all know. What I wanted to show you guys are some products that are very affordable. I know some of the other products that I showed you guys were a little pricey because they were like the makeup or they were the nutrition, and that can be a little pricey sometimes. But I wanted to show you some of the things that are not as expensive. So can y'all see? Y'all can see the screen. So we have the hand wash, which, everybody needs some hand wash right about now. We have passion fruit, the hand lotion, we have the lip balm. Now I've used the lip balm. I like anything vanilla. So I've definitely used, and this is the set. That's the whole set. We have the body wash, shea butter, body wash, body lotion, shea butter, hand wash, the shea butter deodorant, the charcoal soap for men. It's it's for men, for skincare for men. It's part of the R9 skincare line. So, and it has the charcoal powder in it. So those are some of the things. I just was trying to show you guys some things that weren't as pricey as some of the other items I had showed you, just so you would see. So definitely go to our barn, go to the website, check out what's there. I understand some can, some don't. Thank you so much, Mama Six. Some can, some can't, and I understand that. You know, I get it. We are all listen. We all got to hustle. We all got our hustle going. So with that being said, I just want to thank you guys once again for everybody being here. I appreciate you. I do. We were up to like 60 something people at one time in the chat. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all much. Thank y'all so much. And I'm about to get off of here and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.